Oh, what is going on, you dead set legends? And welcome to the Ready Bang, the number one arm wrestling interactive podcast in the world. I'm your host, the Aussie Arm Wrestler, and you are all being gracious with the number one trophy on the planet, the Melbourne Cup 2019 third place left arm amateur trophy. Even my guest has never won this caliber of a trophy. He's won just about everything else, but not a third place Melbourne Cup amateur. This man is a genuine superstar of the sport. You have seen him in yesteryear. You have seen him today. And coming off a huge win of the East versus West qualifiers. And of course, I'm talking about the Wildhorse, Matt Mask. Matt, my man, what is happening?
What's going on, buddy? Just back to reality, that's all. So, yeah.
It's a bit like that, isn't it? You know, like you've been in the game a lot longer than me, but you watch, the Eastern Europeans, they go out and they have big wins, against yourself and against Jerry, and they go back home and they're celebrated and they're shared with presents, where you'll go back home, spend time with your daughters, and then go to work on the Monday. It's a huge contrast.
So, yeah, it is what it is, right? So when you love something, you make time for it, right? So
yeah, absolutely. Give everyone a bit of an update before we say hi to everyone in the chat. How's the body feeling?
It's feeling good. Feeling refreshed. I've been at my cottage for the last little over a month. Just got home just under a week ago, so everything's kind of been a little hectic this last week, just trying to play catch up, but it was good. I feel good, just getting to my place of peace, being grounded. Woke up every morning, did my workout, and then got to, walk around barefoot and kill fucking walleye and pike all fucking year, right? So, yeah.
Oh, yeah, beautiful. Yeah, you seem different. You seem a bit more relaxed. You seem in very, very good nick at the moment. Has anything changed over, the last 2 months, the last 3 months, the last 6 months?
No, besides getting a couple stem cells. Other than that, not much has really changed. Just trying to keep on top of where I think. Obviously, I've been lacking, trying to work through a few little injuries I've had. I think I've gotten that under control, and it's just about getting back to kind of my grassroots, kind of where I started, what got me to where I was, what I feel was my peak in arm wrestling from throughout all the years I've been doing it. So just kind of right back to where I had originally started, right? So,
well, a bit of a reset, and it's certainly paying off. We'll just say hi to a few people in the chat. We've of course got Magda K. We're going to talk about her promotion coming up, and one of the main events here is the big dog right here, the Wildhorse, Matt Horse, taking on Kalinichenko. We've got Dangerous Dan in the chat. He says, big fan of Matt here in the UK. Sylvester's Talone is like, Matt's awesome for sure. Paul says, I'm in the USA, but I'll be buying the pay-per-view. Everyone's saying they look forward to the pay-per-view. Johnny Cooper's in the chat saying, ready bang. Music Guy says, Matt Mask is the Levan of North America. That's
that. I got a little more hair on the top of my head, but I think I'm lacking it everywhere else to be the Levon of North America, right?
Oh, yeah, I think you're lacking at about bloody 50 kilos. How much are you weighing now?
I'm right around that 245, 250 mark. So,
crap.
Still right around my same kind of weight. Been hovering between 240 to 255. So, just feeling leaner and more lighter on my toes, right? So
240, that's 108 kilos. And what are you?
245-ish, 245.
So
about 111, 112 kilos.
Bloody hell. And what are you, 6'5" and 111 kilos? That's phenomenal shape. That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
That's so good.
Forearm, right? So,
wow, yeah, absolutely. Ready bang y'all, Mr. Jake and the Wildhorse, Mr. Matt Mask. Everyone is up and about that you're here back on the show. My man Bowen says it's Matt Mask, the Wildhorse. Everyone is just up in the chat saying some really good things. White Wolf and Spermy's ass is creamy. Is there? We've got glad to see Matt refreshed and ready to land his famous hit on Sergey. Mate, we're going to talk about that match in a moment. Mr. Mask. Heck yeah, I can watch Matt Mask highlights all day, every day. You would have to have one of the best highlight packages for sure. Like if I'm promoting arm wrestling, there would have to be heaps of Matt Mask clips for sure.
There's a few of them out there, different angles, right? The same ones, just different angles.
Have you ever hurt an ankle or a knee when you jump up and down? I know you've hurt your hand a couple of times, but have you ever
just pre-matches. I just hurt my foot pre-matches, but never.
Wow, all right.
Never during a match. So.
That is brilliant. Everyone is up and about now. Let's quickly get into the East versus West qualifiers, mate. You came, you saw, you conquered. What was that like coming back into it? Like you said, going back to square one, redoing your training, and then going and winning a pretty good tournament.
It was just kind of what I was expecting. There was a few areas I feel I still need to work on. It was more so about getting my starts, my hits, my positions back right from the beginning, as opposed to let my opponent capitalize on it and then trying to work back from there. And I think it was a lot to do with my training, which I've been doing over the last couple of years. So it was more just kind of fine tweaking to see where I needed to work, what else I feel I needed to transition or tweak up on my training to get to where I feel I need to be or where I want to be or where I should be, right? So
yeah.
But yeah, I wasn't really worried. I was kind of worried when I heard Pablo was going to be there. Like, obviously I knew he would have been a great match. I was really looking forward to pulling him, but he obviously got his pre-qualification. He was going to be pulling Sanders like he did at this last event. So he obviously wasn't going to compete during the qualifier. So, but yeah, it was kind of what I thought or what I was hoping was going to happen anyways. So, because I'm pretty sure my training was in the right direction. I think it is. So it's, yeah. So that's the outcome I was hoping and wanted. So.
I mean, look at the veins. Just show everyone again. Look at the veins on your arms. That's something the junkie just dreams of. Look at they are caterpillars.
I have nurses following me around everywhere wanting to stick needles in me. So, yeah.
They bloody would be. They're seeing all those caterpillars on there. Yeah, so the East versus West qualifier was pretty good. Were you asked to participate in the qualifiers, or was it something you just wanted to do to get yourself back on track?
Kind of like Engen gave me the option. He said, "Hey, listen, Matt," he said, like, I don't think I need to tell you. I know your last little run here has been pretty shitty, and I'm going to be getting a lot of slack, and I have been getting a lot of slack for wanting to bring you back. He's like, just from certain people or ever the trolls, whatever, talking, which I completely understand because I had went and lost 3 matches in a row, right? So why would I still be competing at that level? He says, I want to bring you back, but it's probably not going to be for a couple months. But he says, we're doing this qualifier thing. He says, if you just want to go out there, qualify back through this way, and then we don't have an option but to bring you back. And then there's no questions if you deserve to be on that level. This is the level for you to be at. And I was like, you know what? That's probably a better route for me to go because I feel I need to kind of rebuild everything from the bottom up. So I knew the first tournament that was going to be hit in Toronto, I was expecting to win, but I knew it was going to be a little bit of a challenge, but it wasn't going to be a crazy hard challenge where I can kind of slowly tweak it and then see what I need to work on from there, adjust, hit West Virginia where I knew the challenges would be a lot greater than it was. I don't think quite the same challenge that you're going to get if you do go to East versus West, but about as close as you're going to get, obviously, before you get to that level. So then from there, I kind of fine tweak and kind of see what level I'm at. If I had lost, then I would have been rethinking everything. Okay, maybe I just need to start back at more national level and slowly start venturing out into North America, because I wasn't going to quit regardless, because I love the fucking sport. Obviously, you love something, you have been at that top level and you have competed there, you want to stay there. You know, nothing else actually means as much as it is to be at the top level. So it was also a test for myself to see, do I actually even belong at that top level anymore? You know what I mean? So it also solidified and gave me reassurance that, yeah, that, as far as I'm concerned right now, for me, is the only level for me to be competing at, is that top level. You know, maybe not for the number 1, the number 2 spot, but for the number 15 to 20, any one of you motherfuckers are, you know, 5 to 20, you're right in my range, right? So
yeah, absolutely. The one thing I really loved about you going back to the qualifiers is anytime an elite athlete, because that's what you are, mate. You're an elite athlete. Anytime they can stick it to the trolls is brilliant. So, like, yeah, okay, you had a few losses on the biggest stage, you know, in arm wrestling. You had a couple of L's. So then everyone's like, Matt should retire. He's lost it. He's garbage. So then you go back home and flog everyone to qualify to be back in the elite level. So I thought it was absolutely brilliant that you went back and dominated.
Well, it was something I just wanted to kind of test for myself too, and I felt I needed to work my way back. And then there's no questions, right? This way, Engen don't get no slack. I don't get no slack. It's, you know, why is he there competing? Well, you know, where else is he going to compete? So, you know.
No, we definitely love it. And at one of the East versus West, that's why we have a main event matchup now in August 12th, in 11 days. Sergey Kalinichenko, he donned on the sunnies. He got a bit ahead of himself. He forgot about his match at East versus West. And he says, I want myself a bit of Matt Mask. I want myself a bit of Matt Mask.
The catfish. The catfish.
Yeah. What did you think of that? I thought it was great when he did that. What were your thoughts?
I thought it was hilarious. Yeah, he's, you know, Sergey ain't no slouch. I think Sergey's at a point in time in his life where he's really starting to feel good, really starting to come into himself, and he wants to start showing the world, right? So I think he's got everything to gain, wants to show the world what he's actually got. And I think anybody out there that goes to pull Sergey, if they're going to take him lightly, this can be a bad day for you, right? So Sergey, in my eyes, is one of the top best up and coming top rollers at that top level that's really starting to solidify himself, and I'm hoping I can chip away at him now before it's too late in a couple of years that I won't be able to, right? So
yeah, these bloody young studs coming in. Well, at the moment we've got a poll going, and 75% think that you are going to win in 11 days time.
I'm going to win too, so I like them odds, right? So
yeah, I am predicting you officially. I'm predicting you. I think you just might be too much in the hand at this stage. Muhammad Hassan says Matt Mask can rebuild himself and conquer anything if would simply quit Devil's Lettuce. Is that a diet thing? What's Devil's Lettuce? I don't know what that is.
I think he's talking about that green tobacco stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
Mohammed, send me a photo. I hope you're a picture of fitness, my man. But thank you very much for the super chat, buddy. Muhammad Hassan, I hope you're doing well, big fella. Hope you are doing well. Let's quickly, I wonder what Matt's next East versus West match will be. Do you have a date? You don't tell us the match.
The next one, I believe Engen had mentioned something on one of his channels, possibly about November 11th. So won't be the next one he's doing, but the one after that, just because it's going to be too close to August 12th at Arm Wrestling Canada. So
yeah. Yeah, brilliant. What's the? We'll get back to the Kalinichenko match in a moment, but say you're pulling August 12th. How long would you need to then pull another right arm match? What would be the longest
Well,
or
it all
the
depends.
shortest gap?
Obviously, it all depends on if I get into any shitty positions. If I end up tweaking myself, it all depends. If it's a good day for me, I could be pulling the next weekend. If it's a long day for me, I may need a month and a half, right? So I'm trying to give myself at least a month and a half to 2 months between matches going forward, minimum. So I don't plan on doing the 2-3 weeker back-to-backs anymore. Guys starting to get over his 40s now, a little older. It's a little longer to recover from them tough pulls, right? And nowadays there's, so many people are taking it to that next level, and they're committing so much more of their time into the sport that there's no such thing as an easy fucking match anymore. Anybody thinks that this person is going to go in and kill that person, it's, it could be a completely rude awakening, just because it's gotten, I believe, to a completely different level where, you're just 2-3 practices a week ain't enough anymore, right? So.
Yeah, and it's also hard. Not only are you doing the practices, but you've got a pretty busy job. You're punching out your 70 hours a week. You got a beautiful family, so to still be at this level, I think's an incredible testament to the way you're handling everything in your life. I think it's great.
Yeah, just to be able to do what I'm doing and still be able to do what I love at the level I'm at. That's, what I mean? As far as I'm concerned, it don't matter really how the matches go. In my eyes, I've still accomplished something, right? So it's, obviously losing sucks. You know what I mean? Obviously. Like, I don't want to fucking lose.
No.
But still being able to bang with these motherfuckers and do what I'm doing on the side and everything else, it's, you know what I mean? It's, I'm happy, right? So
what's the rule set next weekend? Not this weekend, next weekend. Is it a 6-round super match? Is it a first of 4? Is it a best of 5
rounds? I believe it's 5 rounds, or no, it is 6 rounds. You know what? I'm not even sure, to tell you the truth. I'm pretty sure. I thought it was 5. It might be 6, because when I pulled Krasny at the last one, it was supposed to be 6 rounds, but we stopped after 4. So
okay.
So this will be 6 rounds regardless.
Okay, so, I'll just see.
Yeah, same as what Vendetta rules used to be for PAL. Is what the rules are going to be. Yes.
Yeah, I was just quickly seeing if
Magda will correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm almost positive that's what it's going to be. So.
Yeah, Magda, if you're in the chat, let us know, guys. A little bit later on, we'll answer some of your questions for the Wildhorse here. But we are talking about his awesome match with Sergey Kalinichenko. If you don't know who he is, he was the guy that wore the mask in the after pools a while ago at East versus West, and then had a great match with Georgy Zarenov. Was it Georgy Zarenov? Yeah.
And then he won the super heavyweights for the qualifiers back into the East versus West, because he dominated Georgie the first 2 rounds, and then Georgie found a lane inside to slow him down, and she was downhill for Sergey that day. But it honestly looked like it was going to be a clean sweep the way Sergey was handling Georgie the first 2 rounds. So it's pretty impressive. So.
Well, what's your best lane? What's your best lane for Sergey? What do you think will be your best avenue?
Order the pay-per-view and you can see it 10
days. And the link is in the description. That is right. It's going to be there August 10th in Canada. It is brilliant. One thing I do like about this, whenever East versus West happens, everyone complains that the North Americans have to travel too far. So now it's the opposite. A Europeans flying all the way to Canada, and you just get to sit at home, wake up in your own bed that morning, and enjoy it.
Not really. Canada's a little bigger country than that, right? So I'm on the west side of Canada.
Oh, you're on the other side.
I'll be flying over with the whole fam a couple days before, and then after the tournament we'll be going to check out Canada's Wonderland. So, but
But even then, like flying with your family, it's not like, all right, babe, going to Turkey. Bye, girls. I'm out of here. I'll see you in a week, because that shit's tough. I've only recently become a father, and when I travel for commentate, and I'm only commentating, so I can't imagine how tough it is for you, unless you're dying to get out of the house.
Yeah, well, I got 3 daughters, right? So it's the amount of estrogen that's floating around in my house would kill the average man, right? So it's
Oh, I hope my daughter never grows up. I hope she never grows up. We got a super chat here from DL. Thank you very much, buddy. He says Matt should go to the second Knuckles Up. It's in North America. So that's August 26th in New Jersey.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I doubt I'll be making that. My schedule is pretty tight. So,
what's your schedule around late September?
Late September, I'm not sure. I might be doing something late September already. But
the 23rd. I'd love to have you at Arm Gods in Canada. I'd love for you to have a match in Arm Gods in Canada. That'd be the best.
Yeah. There's something in the works for the 23rd. We'll see. We'll see what comes out.
Ooh, cheeky. Oh, there we go. Magda. It's 6 Canadian Arm Wrestling Federation rules. 6
Pretty
rounds.
Much the same as what PAL was. Yeah. Same shit.
Yeah.
Strict.
Right? Jumps in there. Now, I've got to ask, Matt, because it is CAWF rules, and whenever we see CAWF, usually Ethics Committee comes up after that. Will you be making any reports to the Ethics Committee?
Dude. Come on, don't even associate me with anything like that. As far as I'm concerned, those things are for people that need crayon books and Play-Doh. So that's all I got to say about that. So I got to say, I'll say one more thing. If somebody does offends you, do not blame them. Blame your mama because they raised a pussy. That's all I got to fucking say about that.
That's why he's called the Wildhorse. He has just gone bang and kicked you out of it. That is for sure. Guys, please, if you can, the link is in the description. Buy the pay-per-view now.
And if there is a problem with somebody or having an issue, go fucking talk to the person man to man. That's what men do and adults have been doing for decades. I don't know why all of a sudden we need ethics committees and everything else, because people are too sensitive. So that's it. I'm not saying anything else.
Yeah, I was going to say, this could open a can of worms, because we are exactly on the same level, because, I'm almost 40, you're in your 40s. We kind of grew up a different way than the TikTok brain society today. So we could definitely go on about it. J Mania with the super chat. Thank you very much, J Mania. He says, Matt, I will probably come down to Toronto to watch, but will there be a way to meet all the arm wrestlers? Also, fellow Canadian from Ottawa.
I'm sure any arm wrestling event you go to, the arm wrestlers are walking around anywhere. If you just walk up to any one of us and be like, hey, how's it going? Can I get a picture with you? I don't think there's an arm wrestler on the planet, unless it's like 10, 15 minutes before he's going to compete, that will tell you to fuck off. Yeah. So I don't think anybody's going to be shooing away. We're not hiding in the backs. We're out with everybody else. We're all just one of you guys. So
I'll tell you what,
better at it. That's all. So.
You would have to have the biggest set of kahunas on you, the biggest set of agates. If Matt Mask is pacing up and down the match before with your earphones in and you're on the bands and you're getting that intense look, and then someone just taps you on the shoulder.
I've had it happen.
What event? What event did that happen at?
Yeah. Oh, it's almost everyone I've been to.
Oh, wow. Come on, guys. We're very lucky that the cream of the crop in arm wrestling gives so much time. So please, just an hour before their match, just let them be. Just let them do their thing. Also, Jay, it's one of the best things about our sport. You turn up to an event, don't be shy. Just go up there and say, Matthew Maskington, may I please have a photo? Preferably after his match, when he's got a nice water,
or even
Gatorade.
before we're hanging out. We're usually around press conferences. We're usually there a couple hours before, walking around, talking to people, right? So, like, half the people in the crowd we're friends with. So it's, it's a small one big family, right? So.
Yeah, absolutely. Ian Production says, "Hey, Aussie arm wrestler, tell Matt I'm so excited for his match and wish him the best. He's got this. Go Wildhorse. Love Matt's style of arm wrestling and love the energy." So there you go. That's from Ian Productions. So you're a very passionate man on the table, but it looks like someone has out Matt Mask in their game, and his name is Wagner Bortolado.
Oh, that's a completely different fucking game than what I play.
Well, will there be any trying to outdo what Wagner did?
No, I don't care what anybody else does. It's just one of them moments. Sometimes just shit comes out. You build so much energy and adrenaline in yourself, and how it comes out, don't ever know, right? So it's almost like sometimes after a win, it's not so much being ignorant to the opponent, like in any way, not trying to be, if it come across that way sometimes. It's just more like a sports orgasm where you got that big adrenaline dump and it needs to come out some way, somehow, right? So,
well, for me, I think the bigger the celebration, the more respect you have for your opponent.
Oh, 100%, right?
Yeah. Like if you just come in and top roll, you win a Matt Mask, and you were just like, yeah, cool, thanks for the match. I'd be like, oh, he didn't really respect Kalinichenko. But if you come in and go, wow, crack the whip, and then you're jumping up and down, I thought, oh, geez, he really wanted that win.
Well, that's exactly it, right? So,
yep. And everyone loves that you've coined the phrase sportsgasm. Yeah, you've coined the phrase. So everyone loves it. Also, going back, there's VIP tickets for this event. So there'll be meet and greets and things like that. With your match with Sergey, has there been like lots of watching of the footage, or is it just like good old Rocky 3, Rocky 4? Don't watch anything, just train and go from there?
Well, I've watched some of his footage. I've seen his angles. I know where his strong points are. He's typical top roller, right? So it's, but I'm sure he's been trying to fine tweak or tune a couple things to try to work against my angles. For me, it's just been about trying to obviously build up certain strengths that I feel I may need to counteract where I know his strengths are. And then also I'm just going to go in there, kind of do my game, and then kind of feel it out from there. So I know what's always bit me in the ass is always trying to dissect an opponent, when if I would have just went in trying to play my game from the beginning, it probably would have worked better, right? So
yeah. Does Sergey have any chance of beating you? Like any chance?
Anybody at this level has a chance to beat anybody else at that level. If I was going in there right now thinking that I am going to crush Sergey, he don't stand a chance, it's probably going to be the fucking opposite, because I'd be taking that motherfucker lightly, and Sergey is not somebody you want to take lightly. Anybody at that level is not somebody you want to fucking take lightly. If you are, then you're just either one badass motherfucker or you need to wake the fuck up, because nobody should be taken lightly at this level. So.
That's fair enough. The game has definitely changed, even though we sometimes have a lot of 3-0s like we did on the weekend. Then that's it's just the way the sport's going. Do you think,
especially when you have somebody that has the tools and is already great and wants to become somebody, wants to be noticed, right? Like he's got something that he's really striving for and desiring for, when you have somebody that puts that much focus into something, there ain't many people that can fucking turn them down, right? There ain't many people that can stand in a man's way and say it ain't fucking happening today if they're that determined. And Sergey, to me, comes across as one of them motherfuckers, right? So he's not somebody that you want to be taken lightly, right? So
he looks a strong boy. He definitely looks a strong boy. Bob Bodman, thank you very much for the super chat. He says, Wildhorse for the win. Yeah. No, you're getting nothing but love in the chat. That is for sure. It's going to be a ripper, guys. If we've said it once, we've said it 1,000 times. You got John Brezink versus Todd Hutchings. You got Heidi Cordner versus Sarah Backman. John Terrian will be at the event. Tamara Mitz will be at the event. I think there's six matches in total. John Brezink versus Todd Hutchings. How do you see that one going?
I don't know. Obviously, I can't. Like, both of those men are hard men to bet against, no matter who they're pulling against. And going against each other, like I'm almost positive. I think John actually lost the last match him and Todd had against each other, but it was like 15 or plus years ago, right? So I'm not sure who had the last match, but they're both right there. They're both a little more in age, but they're both still bad motherfuckers. So I don't know, man. I really don't know. And we've seen John a little more vulnerable, a little more exposed, as you can say, over his last couple matches where he has lost when he's gotten his hand taken away, or he's taken their hand, but they've still been able to come inside and kind of side pressure him, drive him right to the pad. And if you know anything about Todd's the type of person where if he can attack it straight sideways like that, he's the man that's going to do it, right? So it's hard to say, to see where John is right now. If John has figured out what's giving him a little bit of a tweak when he gets into that position and able to capitalize on it, then I'm going to say John, because there ain't many more people that are more technical than John. If John still may be a little bit vulnerable there and Todd is able to stall him out after John takes his wrist and John ain't jumping on top of his arm right away, I can see Todd powering through John, right? So it can go, I'm 50-50, right? Unless I sat down and had a 15-minute conversation with both men, I wouldn't be able to give you an exact answer, right? So
it's tough. It's tough. I've seen John Paul at King of the Table. I was at his house the other day. Saw Todd Hutchings pull here in Australia. Yeah, and I'm the same as you. I'll wake up today and go, John Brezink's going to win. I'll wake up tomorrow, Todd Hutchings is going to win. So it's just going to be absolutely ridiculous. Everyone in the chat, please, I want your predictions on Matt Mask and Kalinichenko. Give us your score predictions, and we'll get a few of them up here. The talk of the town at the moment, Matt, is a very good friend of yours. You talk arm wrestling. You talk about Devon. Erdemes reckons tomorrow he will know if he can pull Devon in 3 weeks' time. Do you think Erdemes will say, yes, let's pull at East versus West 9?
I'm sure Hermes will accept the match. I think he's been wanting that match for quite a while. So, was Devon putting out wanting that he wanted to pull Hermes, or is Hermes wanting to pull Devon?
So they've both agreed. They've both agreed it's time to have the match because Devon hasn't got an opponent for August 26th. But Erdemes says he'll let everyone know tomorrow. He's got a little tweak in his shoulder.
Well, he just wants, which is fine, right? He's getting over. He's done the adrenaline rush. He may have tweaked, popped a little something. Give him a couple days, let the inflammation come down, see if it's serious or not, right? Because I don't think Hermes wants to accept a match, especially against Devon, if you don't think he's going to be 100% for it. So,
yeah,
right,
yeah.
But if Hermes ain't slightly tweaked or injured in any way, then the match is obviously set, right? So
then who have you got?
Who have I got? Oh, I don't really know. So, Hermes is a bad fucking dude. Hermes ain't the same fucking man I fucking pulled 2 fucking years ago compared to now, right? Like, so Hermes' A game is not very good for Devon's game in any way, right? The way he pulls, his angles, his style, where his strengths are, is very bad for Devon, I think, in my eyes. But Devon's a fucking warrior, right? That man gets his mind put to something, and there ain't many people that are going to be able to stop him either, right? So it's obviously I got to stand behind my man, my brother, fucking Devon, but I'm fucking scared for the motherfucker. Right? Hermes is a big fucking piece of cake right now, right? So.
A big piece of cake. That's one way to describe it, I believe.
It is a big fucking piece of cake, or beef fucking cake, right? So.
Beef cake. Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. Donny boy, thank you very much for the super chat. Have you got a question for Matt Mask? Drop it in the chat. That would be brilliant there. Just let us know. Don, thank you very much. I'll just double check. Nope, he's just given his first super chat and just said, there you go, have a bit of fun. Yeah, it's what have we got? Kalinichenko is a freak.
I think that's my cousin Donnie.
Oh, that's your cousin Don?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So,
you can ask about your own question. Text him. No, that is brilliant. Thank you very much for supporting the show. Just quickly before we go back to the match, did you see RVJ's video the other day when he went on a big rant?
Dude, since I've gotten home, I've been going from 7 o'clock in the morning till 10 o'clock every night, just catching up on everything and eating between, a little bit of training. So I have not had any time for social media, YouTube channel, anything. Even the last month, I haven't had much cell service where I'm at in the cottage, so I haven't really been following much of really anything. So
that's all right.
I'm a free motherfucker. Okay?
Yeah, man. I'll tell you, that'll be the day. I can't wait to take a step back from social media and just focus on the YouTube thing. Bob Bodman with the super chat says, Georgie said he would step in against Devon. There you go. Brilliant. Thank you very much, Bob Bodman. Georgie versus Devon would be a bit of fun for sure.
That'd be a pretty insane match, dude. So,
wow. Did you watch any East versus West, or have you just caught some highlights?
Yeah, I watched the whole thing. Yeah, I had everybody over. We did a practice, had some pizzas, and watched the whole event here. So, yeah,
beautiful. Was there
do when I'm not working? So
was there anyone on the card where you were just like, ooh, I'd love a match with that?
There was a few matches I was pretty excited about. I was excited to see how Justin Bishop was going to do. Wanted to see how obviously Hermes and Jerry match. That was the one I was most excited about. Artem Morozov, love watching that kid pull. So not really sure what's going on with his guts or anything. I was kind of surprised with how it worked. I wonder if that played a little bit of a role into it. Maybe losing a little bit of his strength level or whatnot. So, but I was really, really looking forward to seeing that match as well. So,
it'll be good. Proving Astrology's got a question for you. He says, Matt, would you like to pull any of the up and coming North Americans?
Yeah, if the opportunity is right, the time works out, and it doesn't conflict with anything bigger, absolutely, I'd be willing to pull anybody. So,
I think what people need to understand when they watch arm wrestling and things like that, especially blokes like Matt Mask, he's not scared of anyone. Matt's not scared of losing. Sometimes we just got to remember it's just arm wrestling. So I could see Matt taking, so long as it fits in with your schedule, obviously. I could see you just taking on anyone and everyone. That is for sure. But the real question's coming in now, Matt. The real question: have you had to fight off women since getting the new hair?
I don't know. I don't know. So no more than I did before. Hey.
I don't think it's there, guys. We're going to go for about another 5 or so minutes. We've been very lucky to have Matt on. As you see, he's been going 15, 16 hours a day, so we're very lucky. We're not going to take up too much of his time. So please, if you want some questions in, throw them in the comments now. But you have to buy your pay-per-view. You want to see Matt Mask back on the table like I do. I absolutely love it when this guy is on the table. The link is in the description. Buy the AWC pay-per-view. I think it's like $16, $17. You get 6 matches, I think it is.
Just the John and Todd match alone is worth the whole pay-per-view alone, if you ask me. So
yeah. I mean, I reckon they'll need a bit of a 10-minute break before the main event, because I'm assuming you're going on second last. And with
I think you got Sarah Backman and Heidi there pulling too, right? Sarah Backman, she's a main event all in herself alone, right? So it's, I'm not sure what order is going to be. Every match is going to be a sick match, right? So
yeah, well, you got in my opinion, 4 main eventers. 4 main eventers on the one card. You have, you've got John and Todd. They're main events wherever they go. Sarah Backman, as you just mentioned, and I think you're a main eventer. I think if Matt Mask is on the card, depending who else is on there, I would have no problem with Matt being in the main event. That's for sure.
Yeah. So, but yeah, no, it's gonna be a good card, good time. So,
we've got a super chat here from Silky Wilkie. Thank you very much, my man. He says, Jake, when you make a Matt Mask card, can you make it holographic? So when you tilt his card, you can see Matt jumping into the air. It's not a bad idea.
That's pretty cool, right?
We're trying our best with the cards. We've got the. Have you seen our first ones, Matt, that have come out?
I don't think I have.
Oh, mate, let me just quickly. They're right. I think I've got a set right here. Where'd they go? Because we definitely want a Matt Mask card. We got the Aussie Arm Wrestler card. Everyone wants the Aussie Arm Wrestler card. You got that one there. You've got the Uncle John with the double bird.
Yeah.
Then you've got your nephew. He's a rookie card. Auden Larratt. You got a rookie card there. Everyone's favourite arm wrestler, Ryan Bowen. And then, of course, Dave Chafee.
Yeah, nice.
So we're going to get a Matt Mask Wildhorse card for sure. Don't worry about that. It may or may not already be in the works, guys. So don't have to worry about that. We'll get it in there. Guys, any last questions? Get in there. The talk of the town at the moment, you versus Bortolato. Is that, besides the shaking the tables and slapping and everything, is that an even match right-handed?
I don't know where he's at. Right-handed, left hand right now, I could tell you it wouldn't even be a fucking show because he would destroy me in the left arm right now. My left is pretty much retired. I'm not even paying attention to it right now. Everything's just sucking it from the left and pulling it into the right. So, but it's right hand, I don't know. I've heard he's had nerve damage in his right hand, so I don't know if he would be able to pull a right hand. If he would, I'd love to fucking pull him right hand. I know there's been lots of talk about it for years with different leagues. So in different times we've had the conversation about possibly doing it. So, but yeah, it's who knows? Who knows? Maybe in the future, hopefully his right hand comes back or some little miracle, a unicorn fucking drops a rainbow fart on my left arm and we can get something going with it again. But so,
mate, I'd love to see, as long as there's no nerve damage from Wagner. A couple of final questions, guys, and then we're going to wrap up. It says, Matt, also, we have any of your shirts for sale at the event or only on your website?
I actually just got a bunch of them Wildhorse hoodies made with the hand logo on the back and the little Wildhorse in the front. The pullover hoodies, some are zip ups. So I'm going to be bringing some of them to me with Toronto. If anybody wants them there, you're more than welcome to have them. And I got them all custom designed. So no matter what size of shirt you have, the hand that's on the back of the shirt is the exact same size as my hand, believe it or not. So it's actually
okay.
cool. So,
that's cool.
Yeah. So
Oh, that is very cool. People want to know, Matt, what do you do once this podcast is finished? Is it back to the gym or do you just chill out?
I'm pretty sure the wife is cooking me a 10-ounce New York steak right now. So probably going to have some garlic toast with a big 10-ounce fucking quadruple A Canadian beef fucking steak and some potatoes. That's what I'm probably going to do with maybe hopefully some fresh squeezed lemonade. Maybe if I say fresh squeezed lemonade, maybe if I say that loud enough, we can get some, hey? That's what I'm doing after this podcast. Then I got my Red Deer crew coming over and we're going to fucking hold hands for 2 fucking hours at the fucking table and get ready for Sir Motherfucking Gay on August 12th. So, Sir Gay. That's what I'm doing today.
And he's whooping that ass. He is whooping that ass. That is for sure. Yeah, Spermies, I'm with you. I think I might have to go buy one of those hand shirts. I think they would be ripper. Adam Hastie's jumped in, says ready bang, better late than never. Guys, please head over. The link is in the description. If you want to see the Wildhorse kick the shit out of Sergey, there's only one way to do it, and that is to buy the pay-per-view.
Tit for tat in there, right? So I'm hoping it's a clean sweep and I'm fresh as a daisy to pull the next following week, but we'll see. We'll see.
Is it just quickly? Is it a catch weight?
Is it a what?
Is it a catch weight? Are you guys meeting at a weight, or is it just a super heavy weight?
I think we agreed on whatever at the time. I thought I was going to be able to get fatter by then, but my body says no. You're a fucking 253-pound arm wrestler. We ain't going to give you much more than that. So I'm coming in whatever the fuck I come in at and feeling good. And he could be 300 fucking pounds. I have no idea. I think one of the last posts I've seen, I think he's like 270 or something. Maybe he's leaning up, trying to get to the 253-pound class for East versus West. I'm not sure, but so.
Bloody hell, there it is. Guys, if we could all please thank the Wildhorse, Matt Mars, for joining the show. And in about 48 hours time, I will have Jerry Cataret. He's going to come on the show and hang and bang with us and talk about his pneumonia, his lost passport, his crash car. Did you hear about all that? All the stuff that went on wrong?
No.
Lost his passport. His flight was cancelled. The Uber crashed and had pneumonia, all on his way to the airport.
Yeah. Well, shit happens, man. Shit fucking happens. Eh? It's a roll of the dice. So
it is in there. Everyone, please, like Silky is saying, thank Matt Mars for joining on the show. And we will see you guys real soon by the pay-per-view.
All right. Thanks.